Hello, this is Jan Motgrim. Today, one of the things I really wanted to see, and something I wanted to show our subscribers, is the Pleos operating system. They say this Pleos operating system will be applied to 20 million units by 2030. That means it will be applied to most new cars, including Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis. Let me briefly try out this Pleos operating system. The size has changed from the previous wide horizontal shape to something more like a regular tablet, and that's pretty interesting. They finished the border with Kia's signature diamond-shaped design. And the reason I'm even more interested is because it looked like the Pleos operating system could be attached and detached in a modular form at the bottom. So I asked about this on site, and as it says here, since this is a mass-produced vehicle, it may be different from the actual vehicle that will be sold. So whether that kind of form will be applied to the PV5 or not, Hyundai Motor Group, Kia and Genesis are differentiating their products, right? So for that reason, the vehicle I wanted to see might be distinguished depending on whether it's a Genesis vehicle or a passenger car or sedan, but I couldn't confirm that at the site. Let's check Pleos' menu first. On the far left, there's a separate air conditioner menu, and you can adjust the temperature like this. Hyundai handles these functions well, like turning on the air conditioning and adjusting the temperature. Using the side buttons to adjust temperature displays it on a small screen, but pressing the temperature directly. A pop-up menu appears where you can control the heating, seat warmer, and heated steering wheel functions. You can also adjust the passenger side from here. There are often auto menus, and this appears to be the outside air option. Outside air features are included here. At the bottom, you can select the airflow direction that we use frequently. Shall we press the settings button once? This way, it provides a menu that lets you go back inside. The second music menu looks similar to the previous screen. It's not a completely different menu. What could this be? There's a function where you can choose Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. And at the bottom, there's a charging menu that shows how far you can go in an electric vehicle. It shows the available driving range, displays power consumption like a PowerPoint presentation, and shows the possible driving ranges together. It breaks down total energy use into sections such as powertrain, air conditioning, electronics, and battery care. In the past, since the display size was measured diagonally like this, even if the height is small, it's still called 12.3 inches. Since the height is greater, it feels like you're viewing a much larger monitor, similar to a big tablet. In electric vehicle mode, the second is energy information, and the third is charging. It has these kinds of menus, including the ones you can see in electric vehicles. V2L and V2X functions are included together. V2L is the function you already know, and V2X is this kind of function. Battery, conditioning mode, utility mode. We should take a look at utility mode. You can use electrical devices like the air conditioner, audio, and interior features when camping or during long stops. It seems like new features such as minimizing interior lighting have been added, and these are the menus it has. When I press the camera in the M-Market electric vehicle camera menu, the 360-degree around view function from above the vehicle and external features are linked together. Take a quick look at what's different in the vehicle settings compared to before. Climate control and related features are provided, as well as window defogging, climate convenience, navigation, camera, warning timing, and sound functions. Sound connection, Android Auto, and Apple CarPlay features are here. There are convenience app and general features like this. An electric vehicle settings, profiles, and Pleos operating system are currently available as far as I can see. Guys, what's important is response speed. See, it's improved. It used to feel sluggish at times. Now on this 3D screen, anyone who noticed that before will see it immediately. These features are provided with the clock shown on the right side of the screen. Above all, as I've driven some Chinese cars, the response speed was really fast, and I was a bit envious of that, but the response speed of the Pleos operating system is really good. Since we need to keep an eye on this Pleos, I'll keep updating you on the channel. I think the space people are most curious about is the trunk space, so I'll be the first to give you the exact numbers for the PV5's trunk space. This is the area behind the second row. From behind the second row, you can see the pure trunk space. Measuring from the end of the second row to the back, it's exactly about 126 centimeters. That's behind the second row. It's about 126 centimeters from the back of the second row to the end. There is no wasted space between the side wheel housings. So then how wide is the actual loading space that you can use? The space between the wheel housings is exactly precise. It's 130. In short, since there's no wasted space, you can see that the front and back both have the same amount of space. And on the side you get these pocket features as well. Over here it looks like you can hang things. If you fold the second row seats, you can see the exact length. Let me fold them down. I'm most curious about the space. From right behind the first row through the second row all the way to the end, it's the space that continues on. It's not very precise, but when viewed from above, it's a little over 2 meters and 30 centimeters in size. If it's 2 meters and 30 centimeters, there are so many things you can do. Of course, it's more than enough space for car camping. I'll measure the height as well. For those who are buying the PV5, the most important figure is the interior height. So, checklist. Identify redundant phrases. Remove unnecessary repetition. Retain key measurements. Keep original perspective. Ensure grammatical accuracy. Shorten text. The interior height from the floor to the ceiling is about 117 to 118 centimeters, which is impressive. At this height, it's hard for adults to stand up and move around, but it's tall enough for children to change clothes inside. Even large SUVs have interiors under 1 meter tall, and mid-sized ones are even shorter. If you need a higher interior, the PV5 is a great option. Let's check the second row space as well. The second row has a slightly different characteristic. I'm sitting in the second row right now, and as soon as you get in, it really feels different. The reason it feels this way is because the position of the first row seat is really high. There's a reason for that. If you look at the floor, it has this high structure. When you sit in the second row and look forward, you might feel a bit cramped in terms of openness. From the floor of the first row seat to the top, and the first row seat is placed on top like this. It's set up like this. The vehicle is about 27 centimeters tall, so the first row seat is positioned 27 centimeters higher than in other vehicles. When you sit in the second row, you might feel a bit cramped. Kia has really done these things with a great sense of style. And there's really no need to talk about legroom with this vehicle, but I'll measure the legroom anyway. In the basic position, with the first row seat set so anyone can sit comfortably, the second row legroom is as follows. It's over 30, so you usually measure with your fist, right? I think about 4 fists would fit. It has plenty of space. And let me just check the seat cushion of the second row seat, because your family might use this car too. The seat cushion length in the second row is 45. Now everyone, I've shown you this in various vehicles. In large SUVs it was 50, and in vehicles like the Santa Fe or Sorento it was 48. The family can sit very comfortably. So it's not a vehicle just for sitting. With 45, it has competitiveness similar to a compact class. And I'll measure the second row's height as well. The height from the second row's ceiling to the floor isn't exact, but it's about 142. I've been curious about this interior space, so I wanted to share the numbers with you. Still, there's definitely a unique charm that only electric cars have. There are no wasted spaces. The use of space is really efficient, and because of that, it could be used for a variety of purposes. And the hidden spaces, you know, vehicles like the Bongo had them, and so does this one. You likely haven't seen this, so I'll show you. There's an incredible amount of space here. You could use it as a safe, or it would be great to store items you love in here. What should I put in here? I'm already thinking about it. Let me open up this space as well. This is crazy. The space is pretty deep. Should I try putting my arm in? Wow, my whole forearm fits in here. It offers this much deep space. I got to see the PV5, which Kia will be releasing soon. The PV5 is a vehicle that can really be used for a variety of purposes. This was Yon Matguram. Thank you. If this was helpful, please give it a like, subscribe and turn on notifications to get accurate new car information quickly. Thank you.